Listening to GN Radio UK.
This is GN Radio UK.
GN Radio UK. GN Radio
Okay. Right in the door, I know me as some drip, yeah. Brand new spanking morning. This is a copied word from my program's director. I don't know how he really breaks down these words. Spanking means another word. Not regarding radio anyway. Hey! It is actually Friday. Now, what do you make of it? Just want to say good morning and welcome each and everyone to my world of information, entertainment, sports. I do a bit of 80% of politics. And today is actually going to be incredibly different. Got packed of information. Just stick your dial here. You ain't go anywhere to go. Morning Force, brother of mine. I want to say good morning to my technical producer, Big Joe. Kudos to you, buddy. This dude is doing incredibly well. Can you believe he stays up all night just to make sure you get a soothing listening? I have every reason to say thank you very much. Good job done. Gradually we're stepping into the weekend. It actually starts from here. So far, how was your week? How is your week doing? Whichever way, there's one thing that I've always said to you. As long as you're alive, so many reasons to say thank you, Jesus, for keeping us alive. All right, keep your dials here. Don't go anywhere. Go solid 2 hours from now. A little bit of tidbits around the world, break it through Africa, try to get you something from Nigeria, maybe from Sierra Leone, and Ebola virus popped up, it said, a few weeks ago. It's crazy. And if you look at something like the coronavirus, for example, I talked about cancer, I talked about HIV, something that we consider to be one of the most or the few deadly diseases like cancer and the few of that. And then you look at coronavirus, that seems to be, doing our heading. But question is, how far are we going? There's a lot of predictions, both from the government perspective, especially in the UK here, in the most part of, whether the African countries and all that, looking at, the assumption that in the middle of this year, somewhere from June, July, is it a fact that we considering very 100% sure that is actually going to be eradicated? Or, well, common sense tells us that whether or not we believe that it's fairly done, I believe that you still have to observe the protocols, because it's not as if, well, the disease has been around before. The likes of such disease has been around before, and then at the end of the day, it got rid of. But thankfully, let's just hope that it happens as we assume, and then life will come back to normal. What about those who feel that life is never going to come back to normal, and then they get quite devastated with this? Anyway, good morning once again. Welcome to board. Just stay with me. Well, it's about 4 minutes to hit the top of the hour. I want to say good morning once again and welcome.
GN Radio UK.
Me patron your framing on Nyabo check a crap. Okay, so just like we do it almost all the time. My patron, your friend, what is this about? Because I haven't actually opened the phone line. If it's regarding anything that has to do with administration, I bet you're calling the wrong line. Now in Ghana, we've actually listened to a few of the series of the nation's address from Akufo-Addo. One specifically concerning the plans that he assumed he has to lay it bare to the loyalists of not just the NPP but the entire country who voted him into power. And then he's actually spoken a bit about the coronavirus as well. We're looking at way for it. Now, the NDC, what we want to find out is whether they've accepted the fact that they were ruling, if not to defeat them. That's what I have considered to be what within the jurisdiction of the NDC as a twisted judgment. I'm sure that is still dissatisfying to them, but is it going to make any difference at all? Whether or not they have to accept that fact. Bottom line is, that is how we're going to take it from now. But I'm going to get a few members who are going to talk to us about how they feel, whether justice is being, dealt with, or the fact that they have to deal with it, whether they like it or not. Life must still go on. All right, so it's about 10 minutes to 8 here in the studios of GN Radio. So 10 minutes, we'll be hitting 8 o'clock. But this morning, you're live on GN Radio. We're going to start off with the weather as usual. We'll look at how the weather is doing. And then when we come back, we'll be talking about tube lines, look at whether the tube lines are so doing very well. I don't pay so beer. So I'm Shaquanya Bia Sam say a quite fast and say train, car or bus or anything at all. Time schedules nominate in then you don't get stuck. Okay, so let's go straight to the weather and look at how the weather is doing. Okay, I'll say today cloudy at times this morning with showers in places. Generally brighter this afternoon with sunny spells, but further scattered showers. A brisk westerly wind. And then tonight turning cloudier from the west this evening. And then tonight will then be mostly cloudy with outbreaks of rain. Some heavy accompanied by a strong southwesterly wind. This is by way of weather. Whatever it is, I hope you better wrap up accordingly. Some of us, we've lived in this country quite some years. We still don't get used to the weather. Not even the white man who was born here get used to the weather anyway. Okay, so let's look at how the weather is doing. I beg your pardon. Let's look at how our tube lines are doing. So we have the London Overground reduced service. Waterloo and City has planned a closure. Service closed, actually. We have the good service on the Central Bakerloo Circle District, Hammersmith and City. The Jubilee Line, Metropolitan Northern, Piccadilly, Victoria, TfL Rail, DLR, and then Tram, all doing fantastic. Just be mindful of that, especially when you're coming out of your home and you're not very sure of the tube line. Right, 7 minutes to the top of the hour, 8 o'clock, and you're still on
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
This is GN Radio UK.
We're going to look a bit into the British politics. That seems to be burning under the sleeves of a lot of blacks. I don't want to talk about anything majority or minority. Not to be considered as racially abusive utterances. Oh, Piers Morgan, what a dude you are. Well, is he coming back to the ITV breakfast show really? Or is actually done with it? Sorry, buddy.
GN Radio UK.
Okay, so I come back 4 minutes and then we hit the top of the hour. Unfortunately, those on the the main radio listening, I think we're going to go off, bring you some few commercials at 8 o'clock. But the Facebook will still be running, just to let you know that we're streaming live. And hopefully I'm going to read a few messages from Facebook. That is after you've gone for the commercial break, which we're going to come back. But Damilovo, what is happening? His retirement, I know, has raised a lot of eyebrows within the media fraternity. It's actually been the talk of the day this morning, apart from the, the president's series of nation's address, which we know. Now we're going to talk about Meghan, about Archie, the skin color of the child, with respect to being prince of this country. It's all as an issue of race, and we talk about women, we talk about gender. That seems to be burning. And then in Ghana, we have the 4 men who abducted the Takrady girls that has finally reached the stage where they've been prosecuted. Finally, the verdict they had is what we call the murder charges. And so they have what we call death sentences coming your way. So I said this earlier. As long as you're not expected to take anybody's life, bottom line is you have to face the full rigor of the law. That is just what it is. But at the end of the day, the law has actually grabbed them, and then they're going to face the full charges that the law requires to deal with. But it won't be too long. In about 8 o'clock, it's about a few minutes to be going for the top commercial break. Those on Facebook still be running. Good morning once again. If you just join us, you're on GN Radio. My name is Dr. Morton, if you care to know, especially if you dial in this place for the first time. Oh dear. I'm going to speak to a few members of the various political parties in Ghana, and hopefully I would get Mr. Idris. He's a journalist from Nigeria. Be looking at a few issues. There are some men going on, any developments that seems to be very sensitive for us to know if there's not anything has to do with the Boko Haram abduction of students or some poor children somewhere. Buhari. I read something in the news. Buhari is saying it's going to help Ghanaians deal with corruption. And it's sparkled a lot of the news. People consider Nigeria helping us with corruption. Whether, if not eradicating it or giving us the strategy to be very good in corruption. Oh dear. And so, don't worry, we're still here. Let's listen to something from Ikea Sewa Bonsu. Okay, for those of you on Facebook, we're still streaming live. Well, unfortunately, those on the radio, they have a medium apart from Facebook. We're in commercial break.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Okay, so if you come in here, I feel like a few of you have actually notified me. So Facebook is running, as I said, but those on the radio, we bit of commercial break, but the program still runs unabated. It's a few minutes, almost 2 minutes, just gone past 9 o'clock, and you're still on the GN radio. So what about Dami Lovo? As I said about it, whether even Martin Amidu, I had a few comments on Joe this weekend saying that even Martin Amidu is gone. How much more if you're forced to retire? This connotation of people being forced to retire is some sort of an issue of disrepute, if you like. But at the end of the day, it comes as a command, especially when the NDC has considered moving on, with the overruling of the petition they raised in court. This particular era, are they leaving it, especially if the law requires that they continue appealing in courts? Otherwise, that's it. They have to stay hoping the next election. I've seen another video of Koku Anyidoho, whose interview on GH1, sprang a lot of eyebrows, especially with him, because we had the women's recognition as World Women's Day. That sprang a lot of controversy because he was asked whether he tweeted anything from a thing he's having, whether he should. But see, let me clarify this. Most people don't understand the nature of journalism. So long as it has to do with women, as long as his ex is actually a woman, not a man, where he stands to be, approached by the question is whether he said anything nice about your ex. That's the bottom line. And so we can't help it. We still have to ask such question, with respect to what it means of a general question, Put it that way. I wouldn't say that it was a good question that I asked her, but ask him. But he must have taken this very personal, And then what I seems to be worried much about is how people take it. Now, let me give you a bit of a clue about the work of journalism, especially when you don't strategize your questions properly, and so you take offense or find some of the questions you've been asked very generally, I said my boss really liked my voice when it comes to the radio because of the way I sound, perhaps. But hey, it's one of those things. I just want to know that you have no choice. And so when you appear to be a guest on a show, the question you get asked, you can't do anything about it.
GN Radio UK.
Okay, so what are you listening in the background? Something from Ekuya Sewa Bunsu. This is such a wadjene na enchibia na Yesu Beba. You're still on the GN radio. I just had a message saying, good morning, Doc. It's interesting how the NDC has considered this. Do you know what? I'm not ready for any partisan talk, I beg your pardon. I'm only trying to make sure I stay neutral as I am. I don't think I want any trouble at all. So just take me out of this and let me stay in my corner. I'm reading a few messages. Aisha, what's her name? This woman who attacked Aisha Hazarika as being a very strong activist of women, if not to consider as a sexist in the UK politics, who handled Piers Morgan this weekend. It's very interesting, but I'm going to play a few videos and then we'll take it from there. Let me play you the video of some of Akufo-Addo's speeches over this weekend, if not the week. I'm gonna get my boss to consider this, and when we come back, we're gonna we're gonna take a few things he said concerning his plans for Ghanaians. Okay, so what about Aisha, who spoke on the fact that what's his name, the ITV journalist Piers Morgan, who had a bit of a controversial conversation that he's actually covering the Queen and defending the Queen, who is a grandmother to Archie. Then the skin color that came also into some sort of controversy. Something that really needs to be looked into, whether it was the fact that Piers Morgan is being biased or is actually an issue of doing his profession. I played this Akufo-Addo speech for you in a minute ago, but in a minute coming. If you check the time, it's about Just a few minutes past 8 o'clock. It's about 10 minutes past 8 o'clock. We'll be back after we've played this, and then we'll take it from there. Don't go anywhere. Just stay tuned. I'm getting my producer to actually get this fixed and then come play it. I'm sure you must have watched the speech of Akufo-Addo and what he said concerning what the country has in store for the country. He believes that we have to, or whatever plans they have, has to be laid back to us so that we can, know what the plans of the government is. Do not go anywhere. Just stay tuned. Okay, hopefully I'll be speaking to Free as the first member of the NDC communication team. We'll continue with a few issues in Ghana, in as much as they stay still as a position. Okay, let's listen to what Akufo-Addo said concerning over the weekend, some of the things he said. We're going to follow all that. Just stay tuned. Just bear with me. I think I'm still trying to connect the video. I'm sure it's pretty playing up a little bit. But I'll definitely bring you that speech because we really need it.
Listening to GN Radio UK.
Which led to the martyrdoms of Sergeant Ajete, Corporal Atipo, and Private Odate Lamte. Martyrdoms that ignited the nationalist movement and led us to the freedom we enjoy today. Let us observe a moment's silence in honor of their memory and the memory of all the faithful departed patriots who helped create our nation. May their souls rest in perfect peace. Fellow Ghanaians, since I last spoke to you a month ago, a significant development in our fight against COVID-19 has taken place in our country. In the course of this week, Wednesday, 24th February to be precise, we took another concrete step in our quest to rid our nation of COVID-19 with the arrival in the country of 600,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine, the first consignment of many more to come. I indicated in update number 23 that the earliest vaccine would be in the country by March. However, by dint of hard work and sheer determination, government was able to secure the first batch of vaccine doses in February, a month ahead of schedule. We are the first country in the world to be recipients of vaccines from the COVAX facility. And I want to express my appreciation to members of the COVID-19 task force, which I chair, and to officials of the Ministry of Health and the Ghana Health Service for this commendable feat. The vaccine deployment plan we submitted to WHO, which unlocked this consignment, was well received. They've done a yeoman's job, and our nation is indebted to them. We're grateful also, naturally, to the contributors and managers of the COVAX facility. The AstraZeneca vaccine is one of two vaccines that have so far been approved and declared as safe for use by the Food and Drugs Authority, FDA. With the process of certification currently ongoing for the other vaccines, the range of vaccines available to us will increase. This will facilitate our ability to reach our target of vaccinating 20 million Ghanaians by the end of this year. Through the National Vaccine Deployment Plan, our population has been segmented into 4 groups, and this will determine which section of the population gets vaccinated at a particular time. Group 1 is characterized as, quote, persons most at risk and frontline state officials, unquote. It includes health workers, frontline security personnel, persons with underlying medical conditions, persons 60 years and above, and frontline members of the executive, legislature, and judiciary. Group 2 is made up of other essential service providers and the rest of the security agencies. It includes water and electricity supply services, teachers and students, supply and distribution of fuels, farmers and food value chain, telecommunications services, air traffic and civil aviation control services, meteorological services, air transport services, waste management services, media, public and private commercial transport services, the police service, armed forces, prison service, immigration service, national fire service, SEPS division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, and other members of the executive, judiciary, and legislature. Group 3 consists of the rest of the general public, that is, all persons over 18 years, except for pregnant women. The final group, that is Group 4, will include pregnant mothers and persons under the age of 18, and they will be vaccinated when an appropriate vaccine, hopefully, is found, or when enough safety data on the present vaccines is available. Special arrangements will be made for persons with disabilities who fall within these various groups. So from Tuesday, 2nd March, to Monday, 15th March, 2021, the Ghana Health Service will begin deployment of the 600,000 AstraZeneca vaccines, with persons in groups 1 and 2 being the target of this first vaccination campaign. It will be conducted in 43 districts, which are the epicenters of the pandemic in the country. There are 25 in Greater Accra, 16 in Ashanti, and 2 in the Central Region. The Ghana Health Service, as from tomorrow, will give precise details. Whilst we are initially concentrating on the 43 epicenter districts, preparations are being made for the vaccination of 20 million Ghanaians through the deployment of some 12,071 vaccinators, 37,413 volunteers, and 2,079 supervisors for the entire vaccination campaign. Fellow Ghanaians, I know that there are still some who continue to express doubts about the vaccine. Others will express reservations about its efficacy, with some taking sides with conspiracy theories who believe the vaccine has been created to wipe out the African race. This is far from the truth. Our domestic regulatory agency, FDA, one of the most reputable in Africa and in the world, has certified the safe use of the vaccine. It will not do so if it had any reservations about the safety of the vaccine. And I've gone on record as saying that no vaccine will be deployed in the country for use without the express certification of the FDA. Taking the vaccine will not alter your DNA. It will not embed a tracking device in your body. Neither will it cause infertility in women or in men. As your president, I want to assure you that the vaccine is safe. That is why tomorrow, on Monday, 1st March, ahead of the commencement of the vaccination program on Tuesday, the 2nd of March, my wife, the First Lady, the Vice President, his wife, the Second Lady, and I will take the vaccine publicly at 2 health facilities in Accra. Key public officials, such as the Speaker and members of Parliament, the Chief Justice and Justices of the Superior Court of Judicature, the Chairperson and members of the Council of State, the Chief of Staff and senior officials of the Office of the President, and prominent personalities like some eminent clergy, the National Chief Imam, the Asantehene, the Garmanche, and some media practitioners will also on Tuesday take the jab publicly. This is being done because the vaccine will help protect us against the impact of COVID-19 on our health. It is also a major catalyst to restoring livelihoods and the national economy to the robust level it belongs. I encourage faith-based groups, civil society, media, and all Ghanaians to support the public education campaign associated with the exercise. We need all hands on deck to make this a success. Furthermore, I want to reiterate my determination that we should manufacture vaccines here in Ghana. To this end, a committee has been established under the chairmanship of the former Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, the world-renowned scientist, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, which is formulating a concrete plan of action towards vaccine development and manufacturing. Fellow Ghanaians, the rollout of the vaccination campaign does not mean we should let our guard down and discard the safety protocols that have served us well thus far. We cannot afford to let our guard down. Let us continue to wash our hands under running water, maintain social distancing, refrain from shaking hands and hugging, and most importantly, wear our masks. We must remember that the virus continues to jeopardize our lives and livelihoods. As of Friday, 26 February, the total number of active cases stood at 5,444. Our daily infection rate is 400, and 77,972 recoveries have been recorded. Since I last spoke to you, 191 more people have sadly passed away, bringing the number of cumulative deaths to 607, and 24 persons are critically ill. Out of 69,352 schools in the country, 207 have reported cases of infections. The number of active cases in our schools is now 282. So until further notice, all the restrictions as announced in my last address remain in force, and the police will continue to ensure compliance by all and sundry. Edrianum, Edrona yade besa yariano. Ibi abedu ye memu. Ifi brada eko. Ye be shase awo paneɛ no. Me say bring sro paneɛ no. Enti ochina. Me ne me yire first lady. Vice President ne yire second lady. And in Pennyfo teacher, be wo paneɛ no. Na tumi ahye obia nkran. Se boni bia eni paneɛ no ho. Misramu. Edro na aba no enkyere se yebegyan mass no hye. Ana yebegyan yensa hohoro. Yen kosum di hye no so. Na no ene beboa ye. Anyame me. Tufa ni woke babu wa here. Ye lahi na eko ibasheshi. Keje jufo ke ya. Oba boy tufa agbu. Ilake me sure tufa agbe ye. No e war mike inye fatalo. Wo vice president ke fatalo. Ko nupa kume bagbu tufa koni ewo mofia mohiwale ake efon kube chufa.
Yeah, KK. Yeah, this is JB.
Okay, listeners, so I've actually got KK. JB, do you want to load down your way in a Kakrampacho, the radio?
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry.
That's fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
sorry.
I can hear you live.
Sorry, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Good morning, JB.
How you doing? My brother?
Yeah,
how you doing?
not too bad at all. Not too bad.
Sir.
This morning I've actually got JB. JB used to be my student mate journalist way back in the, how long is this? Must be years ago.
Years ago, ages ago.
It's coming up to.
But you were,
yeah. Anyway.
Ages ago, uncountable years. But
18 to 19 years. The Makwame days, I suppose. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what you just listened to is JB. What you just listened to, is a Kufuor speech over the weekend concerning the coronavirus and a bit of all that. At least I've sent you the outlining topics that we discussed this morning. We've got a bit of a British politics, but he seems to be very much interested in talking much about the virus.
At least you have to be contemporary on issues. So whichever topic you like to bring on board.
Okay, let's talk about the speech. I know you must have watched it already, but this morning, I'm looking at this perspective. What do you generally make about the health security when it comes to these deadly disease?
There's health. I talk about the health of the country in relation to
Let's take to the whole vaccination stuff. That seems to be very controversial, especially the controversy and the whole misunderstanding of the effect of that and the rest.
Yes. What the problem was that when the coronavirus hit the country, and Ghana was doing very well up to a certain point before we had the second wave somewhere in December. So there was the perception that basically the virus had left the country, and there were basically non-existent cases. Then all of a sudden we were hit with these sudden deaths of people from a certain middle class of the society. Then the rumors are coming out that even if they bring the vaccine, it will be contaminated with with poisonous substances, based upon historical evidence of people of African and Caribbean backgrounds being used as guinea pigs when it comes to vaccination. That is a story for another day. So you talk about people's fears, people's uncertainties, and people also had the notion that we were, with statements by people like Bill Gates and others, in relation to the vaccine. People started having, ill-conceived ideas. Me personally, I do not buy those stoppers that the vaccine is something poisonous. I've taken mine. So I can attest to the fact that it is something which is good, and it's something which will give, apart from saving you from the eventual getting the eventual disease, it also gives you a level of confidence in society. But I think that what is poignant here is that Ghana was the first, or is the first country to receive the COVAX deal. If you talk about COVAX, it's a sort of it was a scheme whereby countries who will not be able to buy the vaccine on the open market with ready cash are put on this sort of scheme whereby they are given.
Hello, JB, you still there? I think we've lost JB, but I can hear you live and clear. Hello, JB. I think we've lost JB. Anyway, okay, no problem. I'm gonna get another person. I think I've got Sabato lineup. I've got Priya lineup, all to talk about. Okay, second JBB. Hello, JB.
Very sorry.
Oh yeah, that's
very
right.
sorry.
I think we lost you, but thank you.
Yeah. So this COVAX scheme, in which the West have put in $7.5 billion as a way of helping countries who are disadvantaged when it comes to the buying of vaccines. Now, this scheme, which Ghana was the first country to receive the vaccine, has given Ghana some sort of international recognition. In as much as people are clamoring that Ghana should find its own vaccine, which eventually I think they will, it's given us some international leverage that we have been able to stand firm within the international community and become a beacon for Africa when it comes to the fight against the coronavirus. So for me, I think it's something positive. And it's also...
Can I ask you something, JB? I mean,
yeah.
How do you feel if you hear people saying, excuse my language, the vaccine makes you very potent as a man, and it's here to kill us, and we're not going to give you to wait.
Yeah.
As quite somebody, well learned and read a few things, how do you feel?
You see, because people come out with those rumors that it has adverse effects on the body, the mind, and other aspects of your whole being. I think it's very, very wrong because we take the yellow fever vaccine, don't we? We take other vaccines.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So if we're going to, yes. So if we're talking about the coronavirus vaccine being poisonous, then how about the other vaccines we've taken? Look at the amount of people who have passed on who couldn't get the vaccine. And how many people have even died from taking the vaccine? You tell me, so these are the things we should look at.
Okay.
And also, we are looking at the amount of people who have died within the period after the vaccine has been administered. It's just a few. But then, the problem here is education. People have been made to believe that the time frame of the production of the vaccine was very short. But mind you, over the years, this virus has been in existence within the world because you have the SARS and other viruses which came out in Asia. So when the SARS came out, there was research into the virus, and you could see that there was similarities between coronavirus and SARS. Right. So they took the research they had and they produced a vaccine based upon what they had already got. That is why it was so fast.
Okay, JB, thank you very much for that insight. But let's brush a minute or two over the topics that I sent you.
Yeah.
The Damilover stuff. What's up?
Yeah.
What do you make of the whole thing?
I find that it's politically messy. KK. Politically messy.
Okay.
I think the government didn't handle it very well. And the problem I also had was when statements were made that he was Togolese. I find that very politically inept and very politically unwise. He, as an individual, who was appointed by John Mahama.
Yes.
He was put there because the Constitution says that position has a tenure of office. That means once you're appointed, you cannot be removed unless you commit an infraction.
Okay.
So
now, relatively compared to Martin Amidu, if you remember, has the ineffectiveness that led to his dismissal, or put it that way, you think there's any difference in the case of Damien Lovo? Hello, JB. It looks as if we've lost JB again. Okay, so you're still on GN Radio, and I just spoke to JB, a journalist mate of mine who came in to give us a bit of his idea about the whole controversial vaccination in Ghana, that a lot of people don't seem to grasp the effect of that, especially over the speech Akufo-Addo gave over the few days ago. Anyway, so you're still on GN Radio. It's about 20 minutes to 9 o'clock. I'll be speaking to Sabata. I'll be speaking to Free as well. We'll look at some of the issues that rose up this weekend. You're still on GN Radio. As I said, okay, let's get some few commercials. I'll be back, and then in a jiffy. Just stay with us.
Baby. bi asom ebi a obakokoto abo nyankopon empaye Cross Revival Baptist Church out of Penny Kumani Jamfida no return safra wo se onfa onyame asem so ma no correct franka no so enkyerɛw onyame aye Cross Revival Baptist Church se onfa nipa bia ni adwene mu nkitahodie nka wo mum se wo hwehwɛ Cross Revival Baptist Church akiri kwan ya Peckham Troy Hall Nigel Road Peckham Rye London SE15 4NS ko se de biara no anapa no nduni fa hye somase no nko pepepe awiabrem yapon na me dan so no baba ogem pai bonhye mu deliverance prayer meeting anapa no ndu baako na ya hye ase na de ko wie donko pepepe freye wa homa true for so 078-303-62228 078-303-62228 and I say 075-182-89202 075-182-89202 Osofo Kumani Jamfi and the Cross Revival Baptist Church for Nina Rekel Tun Safra Wire Crado so one ne will be boom asum anti friend Wire Crado Eric Channel
highly spiritual. Times have changed. Social distancing affected BBR. Coronavirus and in somewhat bow, but the laws are in place. Immigration issues and core BBR. New laws, any changes, every day. And until Seban immigration and in Remun Samahudunina. BWF solicitors and your preferred community lawyers. BWF solicitors have over 27 years of practical legal experience, and until they are on top of all the issues. Brian in confidence. Our offices are still open Monday to Friday, every anopa 9:30, Ekosi and 6 o'clock. We follow all the protocols. Your client to be a free face mask, hand sanitizer, and our fee, you practice social distancing. Your lawyers and your face masks for every consultation. So when to me ma, we do video conferencing and our fee to me send the documents in also via email and our WhatsApp. There were 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road Noso, 7 Sisters, London N15 4NP. Freyen was 0208 493 7340 and our mobile 077 127 61884. Who be on with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers.
Okay, so you're still here on GN Radio. Now the numbers to call is 0203 7358820 or 0203 2860185 0203 7358820 or 0203 2860185. Now the WhatsApp number is 077. It's the same message messaging line 07787939950. You're still on GN Radio, and I've talked about few issues concerning topics today. Earlier, you heard something from JB, who talked about the misconception people have about the coronavirus, and then later on, we're speaking to few members of the various political parties who will also be sharing their views over the issue, especially about the nation's address by His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. Okay, so now the Demi-Level case has been an issue of the talk as well, of the town as well. It reminds me so much about what's his name, Martin Amidu, who also had to resign, whether on the grounds of incompetence or delivery points, which probably the country had found not effective. What do you make of that? And the British politics is another topic I've been dealing with Piers Morgan about. Meghan, who we've all seen a few videos going around trashing. He's been accused of trashing the lady. I made a story out of that, but what do you also think? Asha also being a women activist as a spokesperson, put it that way. If not the whole world, cite an example of a video of Michelle Obama and quite a few strong ladies who ends in the political phase. Okay, so you're still on GN Radio. Okay, I've got Sabmenya Minya Sabatu Ewo line or so. So Sabatu, yes. Good morning, Sabatu.
Good morning.
Sabatu Bibiabo Kodia.
Me hoya na unso.
Radio do me hoya pa. Me chese topics we are dealing with and a fan of Akufo-Addo speech or the nation's address number a fan at what to say coronavirus and say dummy lovu asamono and some kikau kakrebi na ya shasi mfi aya coronavirus ne hon hihye Akufo-Addo de atodwa ayo mining na panel was wo mbo a fan the very development about fan coronavirus no bibi ho abeka witimi aka wasembe ba community bi ana awia ne akọ
when it comes to the vaccine I also now we are there ya dia ma yesuri yam fa wo wo yefa ye me ya ne say the way I fa so what come on no ye fa bo ho kai what come on the vaccine and then I me wo problem
what say
say ye go jakosia vaccine I didn't get the amaya yanko tuesika na wasi ya boso ka ya boka ekosia na udi ehwese ombaba bebu contract say sa enhia na omukosia sa vaccine bu dwa no eho ka wo de bebre o man no enye ade papa but in all no
maybe what just what some say enye sabi pania no won ehia na emum no e ka adisika ye behwe afi any king say hwere sasika no ene eho ka no na eye wo da bi na
oh that be just sana me patre say so pania ya de my trio
okay
e ba ye na ye kokosia no one who say ye yin pelifo bi so wo mo nantin konkosia vaccine na wa ya kotana
be ha me say no potini ni hia no na nka pese ye say
thank you because of say adeni ya de amaya kwa adenti na wasi ye boka ekosia ade no
right
I am just causing of financial loss something unnecessary but having said that can any person there yet I am very encouraging you to stay omo mutu kwan omo mo ti akra because I had a virus in the water
okay
into the media you very encourage you say when the opportunity comes unless say who issues to be who pani enye ye best say kokowo na abrofo one person mukuya komakuya dada
na maybe one kasa as onipa bako for no yes say nhihye bi na abrofo say okay ebinum susu say abrofo na bong chinguso ombeso mukuya and na say just normal yarwa but say yare bia
maybe imagine nchira me sa yarwa na baba say we the first pandemic after you yes the vaccination
what's it's gone viral so what's umu ekase ene panie de bekuyen ena sebe mambe mami agina say waka nomne ne ekeka ka ho no asebe na wo asebe abi asebe waka ho abakwasem kakra hu say yanyarwa na bale asem na be ka kire wo go areho say ubu ha o se panie ne de ba se ena Ghana fo de ye de intumi yen ka mo de ba so mo ku Ghana fo nko anum ne ekeka ka no
well, sir, even the crew have to say even Western countries, and yet say a man for a normal year of post it be more warrior, and the she's having no catching. Or no, if you say be a woman to crab in the could be found on one. And you know, clearly, no way we are there, you want the democracy, you have to media. People will express their views about whatever is going on. But like I said, you know, Obi Bewo Benyasus also, Obi Bewo and Yennefe. And media, I will encourage you say, Yadia no ho, and Tinipan Conco. Okay. Turn them into the Oma, to back our down and say, Union be awarded in Crasino. I'm not sure say they did this thing. At a moment to the city, your first, your second, your third. Because the virus, they need to have this just to protect themselves for now.
Okay. Yo, but that's it. Sabatu, na Dami Logo, Papaya, set no ho about someone also akwe bibi ohi. We get who say Pacho.
Well, the Meloba somebody a client. Unless to say will be now, person will making it too difficult for yourself. Abaya Belgium. Omo ya audited general normally. Ya na buying in 20 to
okay.
Anya me mama say Nanado Emma elected. Say the Melobo on proceeding on leave. And the Rasa Nipa the Melobo succeeding under the leadership of the late Atames. Or a fair say Sana Atames. That alone show me clearly say and ya open you open or back. Because I need to know Atames the castle proceed on leave back. But I don't know where you're done for any NDC for any this is the president, our champion when it comes to corruption. So no, he has never been corrupt.
Okay.
If you can't find that. And he want Ghana to succeed and fight against corruption. And he said, as Attorney General, Ghana, he's the first person let's say Ghana a lot. Minya ekobi back and how they are.
No, okay, Kosuminia.
Okay. When you see Ghana, and what you know, when you will be on fire, so we are buying with he will fight you. The same normal way, and of course, when you can say former senior minister,
J.H. Mensa.
Chairman Sabunsu Assembly. Only the problem of Munya.
Okay.
And no, a course where you have come on, you can't tell them the book. On proceeding only, we send our 3 days in our court. I could fight the case to be a Miami in Kunim.
Okay.
And yes, so proceeding only. Bear in mind, it's a Chairman Sabunsu. Or Sassumafo. Of course, you can't send them to and Quanano. Nipa, obey the Melobo Mamano. 2 days time, I know Claire or Safuma for say there is no any wrongdoing. Or Safuma for near Bolivia. If he has anything to cost.
Okay.
And she clearly know, and my idea who said, Emma, Saturn, the comments in that pressure, maybe who said the Melodia, and Yadia Obama, in my pro.
Just so catch them.
Although, say, President Kufuado, say or no, or fighting corruption. Now, and some also will not buy one, I will be not by me. But you're not the Melodia, not bring them out by the down. Into one penisa.
Okay, so say corruption or cast will fight, and yet Wakoyan or them or Chilegan.
No. Now winning. They have turned against him. And there will be a fight to corruption, they are on another kicking off. Now, my membusa corruption, I call so on another abandonment. People burn it, then I can't quote now. One action. Say your PBS,
right?
Say your bus scan, say your Australia fraud scan. Name them. Yam two will be I am for be uncle be
Ukase Yanchi will be Anya Crano, and when Mamu says improve a lot of Mukukum Takradi Gilsi. Say Yachi more, Meche say, ye, whatever fan says he cape. And assembly be a woman mining and funny Casamoa Econoa. At least, or Shetta cried same is under his leadership. Yasunkro for your bomb quid. Ye be honored.
We are not talking about Omo Mako Kunipe. We are talking of the corruption under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo.
No, but just say if a president would overlook it, say ubekum ni pana fa hwedia. No under the government no. Yenya umwa, within the judicial services no. Umwa nya bia no say no so can we no. And to be just some kwa that ye can.
Menya sure say I think concerning those sacred girls no yene kwasa no is well overdue. I check proud no. But men cancer no. Ultimate fair no mbekeka the milevoni corruption course under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, offers 51 sikaya away you music why. Basically, as I'm not still I can go and share then you want some probably and just on it.
And that tells you, sir, and clearly, sir, maybe a papi, they can be my gun and what you said. Because I buy 4 years system. And they campaign on it. So I'm about they will take all the means to retreat that council. Maybe some can say nothing that has done. But young baby, or something mindful. I am man $1 million US. The Milwaukee can and then the downfall of buying. And yet the other client said there was no wrongdoing. To tell you what, chop on the car. And this is under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo. And the Milwaukee, after the new will cry affair, yes, that's with this 60 years into encore retirement. Inia, so we come the department at the Milwaukee Juma Wana. Will be the 8th or that's a more. Now, one thing I'm brother, so be born home by the president of one extended. Emma, 1 year, and after 2 years, a crack out and say, oh, what the system department the regiment here is the only a people need the Akasa, and I can't say them in the Juma Pa for the interest of Ghana, not interest of entity to one continent.
Okay. I said 2-3 minutes about to Pacho.
Yeah. And to the person mechanic say, you may call president address election. This is the time our president in your opportunity. He did not mention of this LGBTQ in some course of Ghana.
Because you didn't mention that. But just who was say what nice if I'm say and Yadia Bebasunti as they been now.
And that's Mamma Casa platform now, President Casa was maybe anyway, as so said, the Uyana the last time. And foreign dignity about until you could have said it again. You could have repeated it again.
Maybe we are in a very global world. Okay, some more. A come be a be a TV. Say a platform, say we as a platform, say you and no, say yes, and no casem. At the end of the day, no, so be at to see what the nice form say, a man in my good, and a man in my.
Thank you.
Can we yadia or weapons?
Minia, Waka, the air can say, so platform now with nine. A such a platform there to book. The big of a man was trying to say, foreign dignitaries like ambassadors will come.
Okay.
And why don't you repeat it over there? The BMA president Hamboso, a year to about Nipa 8 hours,
right.
And Minia, under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo, and you have to about many people who are Ghana. Let me see that. Even the time of the next day, they are yes, 92, 96, many issues to say, oh, will be a bit more, the up a bit more prepare. To extend it, even that, we condemn it. To extend, say, a contract under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo, Nipa 8, Obenya Sapra for me, while addressing that issue, no, so. The BMA president can any baby I debt tell you. Ghana, your public debt, anything. This is the president of 2017 when given the opportunity. No, baby, I'll go. I had a better Ghana country. I had a year say.
Okay.
And the president could fail. He failed to mention. He also failed to tell Ghanaians about say Ghana corruption. You fight against corruption. Who find the statement that original Hokkien na San woman was missing, and these are very key. I hear ordinary Daniel. A Bioma president Anka, because bear in mind is the way 4 years of president and accountability all cultural Daniel. Maybe on the former through every year, maybe on the do. Now, President failed to mention all this things, sir.
Okay.
As I say, he has been honest.
All right, Sabatu, I'm Sir Yamra Naib.
President Yako Yedimono,
right.
I will be a norma, and norma, able to be a ordinary Daniel. No more sincere, going to make a baby Ayaka, any Abessi Ayabo, any be a cause of the corruption fight, you know, on try to be to me a fighting. Amaye. Na yankoye na with the talk of the Melebu say with this system here there. I know they sometimes I don't want to go there because clearly be a only 61 no. Ah the ya come on there. 1961. If it's 1960 kwaku and kian friend ya. Me na me that say I don't talk to me to them.
All right, you Sabatu, I mean Shrapa. So who you just listened to Sabatu. Now, it's getting very interesting. We're here. People's concern about the virus and also the vaccination, and then when you look at the general speech. So I've got Chairman Yosen, I've got Freya, who are all next on the line. We'll be talking to all these people concerning their views, and not. Some of the burning issues in Ghana. There's a Facebook, we're still live, but I'm sure at 9 o'clock, whether there's any commercial at all. Well, it's still running. So I'm going to get a free year very soon to also look at what it is. But about 9:15, I'll be talking to... Okay, I'm getting another call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, man.
Oh, good morning. Open your free Boko. Lampacho Sway.
Yeah, Yanko Panda, BPA Boko. So that's in that kind.
Uchi Unia Sabato, then some of Okai, if Akufuado, whom say, Uti, Susi, and saying, so went here, your can say, Akufuado, a year GB, way 7 money, member, Kuta, near money, man, near Kakawa, a Kufuado kind of platform, and I was so a year. Recently, said the country's address be a nation address now. It's in Yadia na and we hear that much. It's in what as well ye when was so bizarre. Ordinary object.
Oh yeah, my main chair with my phone.
Yeah, that's it. Men cassette because Sebi oh yeah parties but based on the NDC Tina Ebia or Susi and society. Yeah, or you know say because be truthful what come.
Who says Supreme Court judges na a verdict in a buyer. Like it's a Kufuado and then Sasha say that. Because any pan will be our national, any pan crown, any pan so mushia, a year so I will be our national, and tainting my semun and I'm waiting my quadrant back on that. What I say, in this minutes about to end this me, Nasa Sabi or can't be Nasa, my margin and then inquire, no chase or end this in Intino. I was a because support no, and I say, I was a candy or Miss Fuado or Canaso. But beer, Menene Yadrin, say, Unim say, Papa dear friend,
Kufuado. My mention was a pre company. See, about 9 o'clock or 10 minutes, me pacho. Tell me what Miss Medas.
Papa dear friend, Kufuado was so your president of Ghana.
That is his own.
No.
It's so cacra, the pony Diana.
Oh, there is a dancing. But the chairman said, Papa dear friend, Kufuado, so your president of Ghana. Who said, Seba Sabi, Merman, Ghana for your honor. Or can't, or Anakukum. Rebecca, maybe or buy it. yeah, maybe Obaya near can and what's some buyer or better if you so a breach her, you can't watch more cars I want to happen. Or Bagana, ye Bisanon, or share a Caribbean solidem. And no canon, and the more of your granite solidem or canon. One couple of four.
Mebo, na what how say Sebi Ghana for
yeah, Mamma okay. And I'm with you by a year, I can't watch me. Right. Something man for a solid be a moon or say. And then also a kind. Said my dear Casa, President so every dassy yes, you or Paso Casa Ghana for a not COVID the woman now in some close on the Casa and saying, yeah, a black sa is saying by ya, you cruise warm dame. My nation, a COVID update. Again, and let's see quite that time, no, be a being and Ubia on a Fiji, will be me data crowd, to be the betty, say they are COVID in the city, as any I could do. And again, and let's see the whole point say, that big platform now, or couple for will be a or no be it. One thing now for our mission because I some no need an hour. Okay. What do I say? But this is Catan to send a prayer, a jolly sapa parry. And Nuntino Cochet, a solid demo was antimampo. And what a can was a game crofone, this car man said, oh, what this Cadian Campi, what this can, what this Catchidran. Umubu said, saying walking to or Cochet Mampo. And what a kind of mantis. President can put on my own nation address. Oh, Chedi or mine Bobre at here, see, any dear, or the Equacudru, and now baby I will be found on net here. It is that time we have a name in a show. And none of natural invested be, oh, she can be no person or the bow man by your Juma, or baby once a mile walk on baby and a gun. Now, the father has busy, any dear echo, not a ton of more. But the Nisika the share up the Kuruma by your Juma, I'm not telling him about a swing. It's not fallen investors. Look how investors will be at a woman so 8 years, dear Papa Nebeka. But I didn't know your concert.
Oh, concert, say.
Concert, because and no one was saying, who cook myself and I said, oh, Ghana, come would phone to me at because the Kufu was and no Artin was a sooner as because the interior can say, Baba, Mamma Chode, the interior can say, I'm saying all the Kusunama. Now, oh, my own Kura Maku 22. In sure for warm, I get you and I'll could now. One time for seeing a good moon say, be a sense, one time for Bakumpo and see a bush for Yako. In the first time, me, young Kufuad on the first 4 years, 2017. The first 7 months, and Kuraku, the Chiban, Ota phone. And Kurama school for Makumaku 21. Only another 4 years into what I increasing on Kuraba, Kwabakamanaya, and Kura 22. Getting a must state address. Went to man come back and what's and back Okra. And Tina, you couldn't know your bamboo anything. And then a chrono, and the catastrophe, she said, and you may of course man to trust him, but of course, you know, one to my Magana for who one more wood to a farmer. What is it? And one thing a Ghana for be solid dinner say, a dear thing and a ministry appointees, our do bad vetting, the vetting woman was some, you who woman was some. A month for Tuaba, as I use Uncle because Uncle for incompetent, a woman year, Juma, year 4 years, I'm a Ghana for years, I'm a Makunan. It's in a Ghana for me, I'm Bresse, so parliamentary members now, and I said, MPC now could go on, we made the Ghana for Rambo. Antina for sorry, Johnson, because finance minister, this what the baby, and the menu can say, you need Ghana budget. Until no one was say, Kufuad Kujina, Hosa Wakasacha Ghana for one man for Ghana, Yakaya dear, a Kayabo, and me, Sika Yegi, one man for Metuja. What I say, until you can say your comedy no koya, and because of my Tuesday, you know, you need minister, say finance minister. And I am finance minister, it's answering finance minister, and I say I'm veteran and I am into mono, you're cleaning any deputy. Into Quanderson, a Ghana for quite a more among found quadrant. First quarter, you're Quanderson, your facility. I did not quadrant.
Well,
first quarter, Ghana, Quanderson, your facility.
That I gonna phone you.
Baby, you know, serious. So, who are mine? That's our first quarter. A trim. Mine in Sika, you see yet. If you now call an hour by. I know me no to first quarter, a trouble 3 months, a trouble. You know, Sky, you see yet. You know, we see our bus system. And you know, your boy. And any more. Now, free visa as a government, or free visa as a president. Government, I want by in few 9 or 1 ministers, health minister, just a maintenance chip compound back. In few 9, chip compound back. Now, you're doing see district hospital back. Or about regional hospital.
Okay, may I say, appreciate.
What is it? In the Akufuado, dear Master, or you failure to Ghanaians. Ghana for Ghana for Anto Obama no on one eye no kun na yini ni no say o chenchina wafa o nsi e kwa mo na menko ana wafa no teso na yan hwede o yo man minia momon pa magana na Ghana da men momon pa magana
ya no yo that's
pa cho say
o kan akufa no asem ya no adwene hu yi na no
oh sanka ne ga ya papa ga sabi go to fi no didi na no ma ga ya
every year.
It was one thing if you book mine and I won't move baby book myself.
Bye. Okay, so well, you just listened to a free. I've got a comment from Mr. Kofi Ali who says, you expect the station that I work with to frown over the local language because there's a lot of people listening to. And then we serve in a mass community of people. Not everybody understands the tree. Well, bottom line, as I said, sir. The station that I work does not frown on this, and then we talk about this, and then maybe the administration had to consider this. It's about 10 minutes past 9 o'clock. You're still on GN Radio UK. I've got be speaking to Chairman Yosen very soon, who I would want to find out as to whether they're still around when it comes to the party. Now the PPP, we don't seem to hear much from them, and so we'll be talking to the chairman himself. But this morning we've been talking about a few issues concerning the death sentence of the 4 Nigerians who abducted the Takrady 4 girls. That after all the investigation, they've been brought to book, being charged with murdering these 4 girls. Still on GN Radio. It's about 11 minutes past 9 o'clock. I'm going to get few messages on Facebook, and then when we come back, hopefully be speaking to Chairman Yosen, that is, if it's available. And then, okay, so I'm going to read a few messages. Okay, so I think I've got some. Some messages on a WhatsApp line. I think he sent. I've got a few messages. He said, greetings, Dr. Morton. This message coming from Lava Me, and then they've got greetings also from Richard. I've got Mr. Kofi Aliuze. It is not just on political to have people who are all against a subject to speak on it. LGBT issue in Ghana is now a political subject. So people who have different opinion on this subject must be listened to. Okay, that's message from Mr. Kofi Ali. I was trying to get anybody from that's the CPP also, because lately, as I said, we don't seem to see or hear much about both PPP and CPP and the other parties. I was trying to get any of the members of the communication team to tell us the plans. We know, as I said, we get a feel of what they have in store for the country. It's about almost 9:30 on GN Radio. Okay, so let's listen to some music. We'll be back then. Okay, Chairman Yosin, if you're listening, or if you want to call anybody at all, you want to call the studio, be very concerned about some of the things we're talking about, you can dial 0203 7358820 or 0203 286 0185, or you can WhatsApp us on the WhatsApp line 077 8793 9958.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Oh dear. In about 15 minutes to be getting out of here. I'm going to get anybody from the NPP roots or camp to tell us a bit about the opinion about the speeches or series of speeches that Kufuor did early this week.
GN Radio UK.
Listening to GN Radio UK.
Okay, just to let you know, sir, at 9:30, Manyati is here. Our darling Jay, I suppose, will be interviewing the lawyers over the immigration issue, especially if you live in this country. I bet I would implore that you stick to them, and then you get any updates or information or new developments concerning the immigration issues. I mean, it's very interesting, with the way issues are going. When I look at the partisanship of the DJ Force, thank you very much for the the press release that I've got. Force sent me some. My battery's actually running low. So is there a press release that the topic is mismanagement of the GCB Bank Ghana Limited by Board of Directors chaired by Mr. Jude Arthur. I say good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press. With great pleasure, we welcome you to this very important press encounter organized by us from Good Governance Advocacy Group Ghana, GGAGG, in respect of the Is that? I don't get this word. I don't know what he's trying to write, but okay. It said, "Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press. With great pleasure, we welcome you to this very important press encounter organized by us from Good Governance Advocacy Group (GGACC) in respect of the maladministration of GCB Bank Ghana Limited by the people and trusted with oversight duties, either the board of directors of the bank, colleague journalists, as you're aware of the people of Ghana, have at least 73.14% shares in GCB Bank Limited. This makes you and I." Okay, so it goes on and on and on. My battery is actually running very low, but I've been waiting to listen to your views over this, what we've talked about so far, about the speech the Akufo-Addo gave a few days ago. And then we look at the other parties, because it looks to say, only the NDC MPP, syndrome, that has always been the case. Do we have other parties existing after the petition that seems to be an issue only of the NDC MPP? I wish I could get Nana Bobu or Nelson, all the members of the CPP, to also give us their views on that. And so 10 minutes, we'll be out of here.
So I'm bombing your mom in Ethiopia, Dr. Morton, Ube Kunya. Hey, yo, this is Dana Kwame. I always listen to the finest DJ, Dr. Morton. You're simply the best. Dana Kwame say so. I'm out.
Okay, I'm actually there.
Listening to GN Radio UK.
This is GN Radio UK.
GN Radio UK.
Okay, Manyati is here together with Darling J. And as you can see, I'll be wrapping up very shortly from the breakfast show. And for all of you who couldn't get through complaining of the line, do apologize for that. And I want to say thank you very much to Free. Thank you, Sabato. Thank you, Chairman Yosin, for those messages. But hey, I'm looking forward to host you one-on-one as you require. I'll see you hopefully by the next Friday. As I said, those of you who are ready to listen to the updates about the UK immigration rules, Manyati is here to take you through and update you about all that. Okay, I want to say thank you very much for this morning, all of you, both on Facebook, listening through us, and then those who are able to call or listen to us on other options or other mediums. What it is about the Dr. Morton show this morning. We're trying to gather all the information from Monday events till Friday. I'll summarize everything and bring you up. But apart from that, Dr. Mayanos is here Monday to Thursday. And I'll summarize everything next week Friday. I wish you all the best. Enjoy the best of the week. Up next is Manya T. As I said, Manya looks incredible this morning. Alright, so this has been Dr. Morton. I'd like to say thank you. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. I beg your pardon.